Hello fellow Neanderthals and Troglodytes. I'm Unga and this is day 2 of VintageStory. Now you might notice that I'm in a little different spot. It's because I was going out collecting things to make some actual progression in the game, besides just running around gathering sticks and other random items. I also expand the house by just a handful of dirt blocks, and today's goal is actually to show you the next step of progression outside of grabbing rocks and smashing them together with the force of a monkey. And for this, I'm going to need to make a special kind of boat, well, early game boat, called a raft. And the rafts, horrible. Like, they are not really what you're supposed to be doing forever for long cons. But honestly, for what we need right now, it's exactly what I need. And I think I need a bit more wood for this, so let's just chop down this tree. And while I'm doing this, my end goal for this entire series, besides just play game, have fun, get views, possibly get bitches, is to just, first off, get as far lore-wise in the game as I can, because while they don't have a full end game yet, there is kind of like an Ender Dragon parallel in this game that I would like to try to fight, kill, and or just loot like crazy, because I just love fighting random things sometimes. And also beyond that, I'm going to try to make a nice baked goods empire, or just have a decent amount of food on a backstock, because there is a food preservation mechanic in this game, and it's honestly not that bad. It is surprisingly good on how it calculates stuff. Now, to actually go around and find what I need, first we need clay, which thankfully we found some clay and peat pretty close to each other, because this will be the main core loop for our early game and some of our just kind of just tedium stuff to do while it's like night or we're just waiting for stuff to happen. And honestly, I could easily just run around everywhere, but that will take way too much time just to go run all the way around here, run down here, dig these up, run all the way back. Why don't I just cut out that middleman and just go in a straight line almost? So to do that, we're going to open up our handbook here, search up a raft, go past all the cool crafting mechanics here, and actually look at the rafts. Now to make a raft, it looks like we need logs. Oh, I need more logs. And coils of rope. Rope could be made, looks like, from the wild vines. So I'll take my 3 wild vines and make 3 rope. And I need to actually go get some more oak. Let's see. Oh, I don't like that. Stop. Let's get some more oak tree. And actually, I should probably make another axe. I feel like this one's going to break on me. But other than getting clay, I'm probably just going to plan to just show you how to make the clay molds to progress, and also how to fire clay. Because while both aren't that hard, there's something that when I was starting off, I felt like an idiot trying to do. And honestly, a lot of stuff I'm going to explain to you guys is just me explaining stuff that when I... Oh! Why? Where did you come from? Why are you here? I'm running. I'm going to go the other way. Screw that. I'm not... No, that's his woods now. Okay, as I was saying before, I had something... I don't even know what those are. It's still chasing me. It's still chasing me. Oh god, water. Take the fire starter. It's yours now. You can have it. No. Why? 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 Stop. Oh my god, I'm starving too. Oh, you... Okay, it's called a ship. Yeah, drown. Yeah, no. Get back here, Buster. We ain't done now. You're in my territory. Oh, is it dead? Alright, now it's dead. Now I feel safe. I'm gonna leave that in the water. I don't trust that. I need food. My man is starving. So let's also go, let's head back to the woods. Let's see if I can find food and more wood. God, I was not expecting that to come out of the woods. What? How did that, is there like a cave in the woods here? That had to have come from a cave. I'm now curious, like, is there just a cool cave in here, or did he just exist the entire night waiting for me? Wait, there's more? Where are you guys spawning from? Is it just... How? Okay, I'm just... Berries. Alright, now we won't hear my guy moaning in pain with his empty tummy. But that really did not fill me up. Crud. Yes, I see you. Go away. That's death cap. If I eat that, that will probably kill me. Wait, that you can throw that in a soup and kill someone even faster, actually. It's a fun one. I could make the suya soup. I'm just gonna run away from base, because that should despawn all those little gremlins spawning around there. I'm just wondering why they're spawning around there, because that is a worrisome thing to think about. Did I see stick? No, that's fern. And let's see if there's an oak tree over here I can cut down. Because that was my original goal before getting jumped again. I don't know what it is about this world, but I'm finding more enemy encounters than I did in my other worlds. Why is it all maple? Of course, I had to grab the one wood that's not popular around here. Let's see. Nope, that's more maple. Point. I'm gonna need that. Also trying to look for berry, but that's a cave. Oh, that's not a cave. I lie. That's pine. Honestly, based wood. Oh, jack-o'-lantern. Wait, that can hurt me. So you can learn some stuff about these if you. I think if you press H while. Nope, not that one. Shift H while looking at. Yeah, Shift H when you're looking at an item allows you to pull it up. Now this one would feed me, but it would also hurt me, so it's kind of counterproductive. Because if it's going to hurt me and feed me, then it's going to do almost nothing for me, because then I have to heal the hunger that it destroyed. I'm trying to find a small oak tree, because I don't want to just take a giant chunk of logs, but if I gotta take the big one, I'll take the big one. Is it already getting night? And yeah, all these are giant. What the hell? Let's just see if I can shorten it by cutting up here. If this will work or not. God, I'm gonna starve to death. That has not been a death I've encountered before. Oh god. I'm wondering if this will actually shorten this or not. Because if I cut from the base, I know it's gonna try to go for all the logs above, but I wonder if this is just gonna go for the logs only above this. I just bumped my mic there. I am so sorry if that just made an audio spike. But once we get some more wood, I can make a raft. And then I'm probably going to just cut and go get the clay, because it's just going to be more digging and stuff, and I feel like that's probably not going to be entertaining to y'all. But let's just see if I can get this cut before it becomes dark and I get mugged again. Because that... I love getting jumped in the middle of it. They just jump for no reason. And... wait, that's both the... That broke both my axes. No. Oh, I gave him a low taper fade. All my logs are up there. Is there like branch? Ah, I'm just gonna see if I can crawl my way up there because I really don't want to have to cut down. God, I'm gonna have to make another axe. This is the one thing I don't like about early game tools, is they break really easily. Sure, it's cheap as hell to replace any early game tool, but my god, do they just shatter like nothing. Here, let's just start back up top for this. Hopefully it just covers this layer. Yeah, no, that broke, I think, the 1 or 2 axes I had in my inventory. That's fun. Let's just... Actually, is it getting dark or is it... Oh yeah, it's getting dark. So this little menu I'm pulling up is my little character screen. I can put on lots of clothing and there's lots of extra side things. Even has some status and food hunger stuff. These bars here, you fill them up just by eating their related items. So it's, you think, oh hey, does that mean if they're low you don't get any buffs? Well, really a full bar only gives you some extra HP. I think you have all of them full, you get a full like 25 hit points. Meanwhile, if they're all low, you get around like 15 or so health points. It doesn't sound like too big of a difference, but if you're wearing, I think it's like full plate mail. Oh, that was more wood than I thought. Oh, I don't have the inventory space for this much wood. Let's first plant the acorn and grab another inventory's worth of wood. This axe is already almost dead. Let's just keep grabbing wood. Alright, I'm going to need to make a chest. I was not expecting this much wood from that tree. I forgot. Oh god, jeez. So, I guess I'm gonna skip getting clay for a second and show y'all the, I guess, earliest version of storage you can get in the game besides clay. I hate myself. So, what you want to do is get your cattails. I think it's a 3? Yeah. 3 little circles of cattails. So that's like, I think 24 cattails, give or take. Makes 1 chest. And while that sounds like a bad return, the chest has about the same storage space as my entire inventory here outside of the hotbar. Jesus, that's a lot of wood. I was not planning for that much wood. Now to go along with this, let's just go back there and grab... I hear you. Go back there and grab the rest of that, because I might as well if I've already dug it all up. Or I'll cut it all up, not dug. Stick. Axe. Now let's see if I can sprint back to base and not die. Now the main plan... I already said the main plan for today is, and what my end goal is, so... I'm gonna eventually try to catch you. You will be mine. Oh, he's chasing. I am being pursued, and not by a lover, sadly. Alright. And let's throw using... Oh, that's full. I'm gonna need to make another knife. Well, while I make this knife, I'm also gonna make the stuff to make our raft. So, first we'll make the knife, then we'll make the raft, which I think required 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put the rest of those in there. These 3 coils of rope, that's a raft. And now, because this doesn't have a sail or anything like that, you need to have something to push it, so let's see if we can make an oar. Here we go. Crude ore of oak. I need more coils of rope. Let's just see if I can BS it with this. I can. 2 coils of rope with... You know what? I'm going to use the birch. 2 of these, and we get a nice birch one of these. Let's get this out of the corner. Why are you screaming? You cannot... Oh, actually, you probably can see me. Never mind. I'd scream if I saw myself, too. Okay. Let's see if we can skip the night and not die. I'm probably going to die of starvation, though. Yeah, I might die of starvation. Wake up, please. Wakey, wakey. Hello there. Friend. He has guarded me throughout the night. He is now friend. So, what we're gonna do, to do this boat stuff, because this is early game boats, you just walk up to the water, right-click with this, and boom, that's your boat. And now it does have spots to store some stuff or have 2 people. So for like seating and stuff, you could throw I think storage containers like the reed basket we got in there in one of the seats. You could actually probably fill them both, but then it's useless. It also has a spot to store your ore, which normally to like store stuff on the ground, like weapon-wise, you'd need to find a ledge to lean against. Let's just get this out of the way. You'd control, shift, and then right-click, and it leans against the wall like this. But for these, trying to do control, shift, right-click will just pick up your boat, because shift and right-click picks the boat up. So instead, you just control right click and boom, there's your ore store. Now let's see if I can find some food. I might just have to go back and eat those mushrooms. That's fun. Let's go eat some mushrooms. That definitely should go in my mouth. Actually, wait a minute. Doesn't this drop a food if I break it? It does. Wait, is that food? Oh, I have to cook it. I'm not going to do that for now. Let's just go back and grab not the suicide shrooms, but the slightly harmful shrooms. I think they were through the woods here. Oh yeah, there are some mushrooms that grow on trees. If it's growing on a tree, it's most likely safe to eat. At least that's been the general consensus I've found. I'll probably only eat 2 of these max before I die. Oh, I could only eat 1. Ah, this is gonna be a fun start. God, I've not had food issues. That's another poor... I've never had food issues like this before. This world really is something. One of my... Wait, food. And flax seeds. So flax is a resource that's very important late game, because it gives you a pretty limited item called flax fibers. And it actually does have grains and stuff, so you can use it as a food source. Probably not the best, but you know, it's better than nothing. So let's quickly scoop up some more cattails. That's a rabbit. Scoop up more cattails and make a chest for our boat. And probably do some stuff later. But once I have the chest for the boat, I'm probably going to cut till after I've gathered all the clay and stuff to burn. And make our little clay molds and fire them. Because that's honestly just going to take a while, because it's just a lot of running around like this and cutting whatever you can really get your hands on. Did I have full inventory? No. And it's really just a lot of doing this, walking around to cattails to get storage if you don't have storage. Or getting a lot of like dry grass, sticks, burnable material, stuff like that. But let's... Oh! Oh wait, that was just... I cannot say that was just a cripple. That is a horrible sentence to casually just offhand and... Oh, crud. Can I hit him with a shovel? No. Why are so many enemies spawning in this world? No, you're not running away from me. Get back here. Alright, he's running away from me. Please tell me there's food over here. Why are there more? Why do you guys keep I'm gonna get killed. You know what? We're just gonna head to the raft. We are heading to the raft. At this point, that might be the only safe and smart option I have, is going to the damn raft. I stored it over here, I think. Where's the raft? They're that fast? I did not know those things were that fast. Oh, hey, this is... So if you probably remember where we died when we died last time, we spawned randomly out in the wilderness over here by where our actual spawn is. That is always a fun mechanic, but if you really want to have a hard game, set it to like 10,000 radius, and you will never spawn in the same 2 spots, I swear. Meanwhile, with the tight radius we have, we're always going to end up relatively same area. Because thankfully they don't have a mechanic to have random variation. It's thankfully just, oh hey, this is the radius you've got. Because if they made it so that there was a, oh hey, I got half hunger. Because if they had a random radius you would spawn in, I would lose it. Because I would hate to be like, oh hey, I get to spawn near my base, and then why? And then I would hate to just spawn like over here. Because I think with the 10,000 spawn radius, you could spawn theoretically so far away. Did I just hear something picked up? You would spawn so far away that it might not even be worth it to build bases without dying. Wait, do I have... This might be enough cattail. Yep, there we go. We've got our chest. I think it's control and this. Alright. I'm gonna do a quick little cut, and I'll be back to y'all when I have the clay and whatever else we need. Windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys, when the wind blows, we're all together, boys. And we're back, and with this, we've got a nice full inventory, and I can also use the storage chest here, because it didn't fill it, with anything. So actually, we can now, I'm gonna put down some flowers. There we go. So, primary goal for a lot of early game stuff is to just enter your cozy little cabin. I'm going to put down my storage chest here. I'm going to fill it with some just random bits and bobs I'm not using at the exact moment right now. And actually, I could use some of the firewood. Let me just put the flax in there. And main goal for when you're actually just wanting to progress, let's first dig some holes so I don't need to do this later. A lot of progression now is just going to be just making clay molds, filling them with, well, making clay molds, and then firing them in holes. So for this, you get your stack of clay. Let's close that. You'll shift, just like how you're about to nap, and you pull up this menu of stuff to do. Now I'm going to need to craft about like a third of what's on here to have good progression, ranging from cooking pots, which is how I make actually good food, bowls for my light source and to eat my food. I'm going to need to make, I think they're somewhere around here, crucibles, so I can actually do some metal stuff later and actually progress my tools. So this is the main thing I need. And I'm also going to need to make ingot molds and tool molds. More specifically, I'm going to need to make a pickaxe and a prospecting pick, because these two are your main way to find ore. Pickaxe obviously allows you to mine the stuff, and the prospecting pick allows you to find the stuff. And for this, all you want to do is just pick whatever mold you want. I'm just going to do, let's do, the pickaxe. And you'll see a little grid here of green and your normal stuff. Left-clicking removes, right-clicking adds. To change how much you're adding or removing, you'll press F, and it goes from a little 1x1 grid, a little 2x2 grid, and oops, sat down, or a 3x3 grid. Now for this, I'm just going to be blindly using 3x3 because I can remove whatever I want specifically. And each time you complete a layer, it goes up one. And let's say I was doing something like bowls or something that could repeat itself a lot because it's just building a wall. I could hit duplicate layer, and if I right click, it will add that layer. And I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to remove the excess in here, because I find this a lot faster sometimes. Now for something blindly like this, it'd be probably easier to just be specific, but I kind of like just being able to head empty, hold one button, and then just clean out the rest. Because even though this is a tedious thing, it feels very natural to me. And now once you got done, the mold will come out like this, and you'll just right click to pick it up. Could you shut up? And then what you want to do to actually fire a mold is you'll need some sticks, some dry grass, and then either, I think it was firewood, peat, or any other kind of easily burnable stuff like coal. And depending on the resource, it does burn faster or slower. But because right now we're just using peat, it'll actually be the second slowest. I think firewood's the slowest. You'd walk up to a little hole like this. You'll shift right click, throw your mold in, and then you want to layer in some grass. And once it's full of grass, you'll see it say, hey, add sticks. So then you pull out your sticks, shift right click, and then finally you want to add your burning resource, which for me is peat. And after this, you'd pick it up with a torch. Well, you pick up your torch, not pick it up with a torch. And hold it out like you're trying to light your torch, and instead you'll light this on fire. Now, something to note, this is an active fire source. If there's wood near it, it will try to burn it. Also, another thing to note, if it's raining, it will put it out. So if you're doing this outside, please build a roof over it. Now I'm going to go build all the other clay stuff I want and fire it, and I'll get back to y'all. So, while I was busy cooking some cattails and trying to make stuff, a horde spawned outside my base. Also, I expanded the base a little and caught some piggies out there. I was going to show you all that until I started hearing moaning at my door, and I do not want the Mormons in my house. They are showing up unsolicited to my residence. How did they get my address? I don't know, but I would like them to fucking leave. Please. What? I hate that noise so much. I do not want what you Girl Scouts are selling. Please take your dog and get out of here. This is not an episode of Scooby-Doo where you can try to psychoanalyze why a rich man would want to burn down his own building. Did one of you have a rock in your hand? Let's see if sleeping will get rid of these guys. You know, let's just do the average thing and sleep our issues away. Let's just sleep the issues away. 2023, 2020. What year is it again? Huh? Oh, that does not sound like my issues were slept away. Oh, it just got darker out there. Nope. How did it got worse out there? Well, I think this is a good spot to cut, to just, you know, stop playing for the night, you know, expanded the base, showed y'all how to make and burn clay. I was hoping some of this stuff would be done. I still need to get sticks for you, but yeah, you're gonna have to wait a minute. You'll just get cucked by all these others. These guys will cook before you. You'll be a late bloomer. Wait, they can cower? Why? Did he just, like, pray to God that I die or something? Like, why did he... Like, bro's full on just, I pray to die. I pray you die. Why are there so... Where did you all come from? I don't know how to respond to this. Like, there's too many enemies here. I really don't know how to think about this. I was not expecting to see a horde outside my door. What do you guys even... Did that one just throw a rock or pat his friend on the back? This is always fun to do, because I know they're just walking into this door, and there is nothing stopping them, technically, from opening this one little thin frame. And I'm just praying to God they don't realize that. Anyways, as I was saying, today's episode expanded the base. I did catch pigs out there. You can hear them squealing. I made a little den, punched a pig in the face, and then had it chase me and fall into the hole, because thankfully, while the enemy AI can chase you, it's not too smart about holes if it's picked up traction. So an easy way to get a lot of animals is either to A, chase them around the entire place and hope to God you can corral them properly, which is annoying if they're faster than you. B, just dig. I think they have these little animal troughs. Let's just double check here. I think it's... Let's see if I can spell that. Yeah. Small and large troughs. Smalls are for, I think, chickens. Large is for everything else. I can't make those yet. Can I make the small ones? So they require a resource that we don't have the tool yet to make, a board, which those require us to make a saw. And right now, we don't have the ability to craft even metal tools, so that's out of our hands right now. But you would put one of those in a pen, fill it with food for your animal, and hope to God that it just doesn't vanish. Because I think the process they do is, like, animals within a certain race will chase towards it, and there are some natural predators, such as, I think it's foxes to chickens, and then brown bears to everything. Brown bears, I haven't seen one yet. Brown and black bears, I haven't seen any yet in this world, which is surprising considering I've been getting mauled to death by... I don't even know... Like, I know their faction is, like, the Rusted or something like that, but I'm just gonna call them the Gucci Gang. Because... Point proven, they just walked in sync. They got aura. But, yeah, anyways, I'm surprised I haven't seen any bears, because they're usually something I find wildly outside. Like, I'm talking, like, dimes of dozens. But bears will naturally prey on everything. And I'm pretty sure wolves also prey on pretty much everything other than bears. They run from bears. But with that, we can oh, hey, actually something got finished. So when a clay item gets finished cooking inside these things called pit kilns, I forgot they were even called that. I just call them fire holes. The mold will pop out like this or whatever you're cooking. And for this, because it's pickaxe mold, I can just set it on the ground and boom, that's a mold. Now I don't want to store them on the ground because that is a whole spot that I just have to crouch over and that is not fun. So let's see, yes, I do have cattails. Just enough for another chest. And I don't want to put this one too close to the fire pit, so let's just put that one there. You shall hold all the clay. Also, I decided to go and cook up some cattails. It's not the best food, and also I can show the food preservation here. So when you hover over food, first off, there is a little description, some flavor text when you're hovering over it. But starting from the top, you got the name, when it will perish, which that can extend depending on how it's stored and also where it's stored, because you can make cellars for food and all that. How much hunger you get when you eat it, and the category it exists in for food. So this one's a veggie, so if I go over here, it would boost my veggies by I think how much food it actually gives me. So actually, let's see, 492. Let's just munch on one. And, yep. Wait, 490. It gave like 50 veggie. Not gonna complain, but yeah, that's how a lot of food works. Is just looking at how much food it will give you. And is it just windy? Are these guys just gonna hang outside my base? Why are they? I need to make like a back door or something. I need sticks. Oh god. I just need to like punch a hole in the wall. Anyways, before I get lost in thought for the third or fourth time by having I probably want to bet like 5 or 6 dudes surrounding my house gang stalking me. I'm just gonna say today's episode's been productive, and in the next one I'm gonna actually show you how to make metal tools, because yeah, we're currently being hamstringed by the fact we're stuck using flint, because that stuff breaks pretty damn fast. I'm not gonna lie, this stuff has low durability, and each tier of metal feels like it triples the durability of the previous metal you're using. And in this game, there are a lot of metals. Most of them are just for looks. And honestly, I vibe with that. That is something I will not argue with. This has been Unga, and let's hope I don't get gang stalked the next day, because I'm getting tired of having all these Girl Scouts rush my house and try to sell me their overpriced cookies.